welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel, and give this video a like if you do like it. So this is a review for Growing Pains, released on the 12th of July 1947, with a blue ribbon reissue on the 23rd of April 1955. It's the 501st in the series, and it's directed by Bob McKimson. Now, because it's under copyright, I can't show you the full cartoon, but the best place to watch it is on the Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 6 DVD set. I have a link below for that. I also believe it's on HBO Max too, in high definition form. And again, because I can't show the cartoon, I'll just give you guys a brief synopsis in case you haven't seen this one. So Henry Hawk wants chicken as usual, but he's told by Foghorn Leghorn that Sylvester, who is trying to steal dog food for some reason, is a chicken. So we see Henry after that chicken, or cat, or just one of those weird little shorts. And with me today is my fellow chicken, Manny Cruz. Say hi.
I'm a chicken hawk, and I need chicken.
That's right. That's why I got you on here. You love your chicken. So,
did I just have? Oh, actually, no. Sorry. I was gonna say I was like, did I have chicken for dinner? I was like, no, I had steak. So anyway, keep going.
We're not doing that Simpsons thing now. It's like steak. See, you got me to do it. See, there we go. All right, so I'll kick things off with just a few bits of trivia, and then we can have a little discussion on this rather funny short. So it's the first McKimson short to use Sylvester, and it's the second to use Foghorn Leghorn. Now, his accent here is more refined versus his first appearance in Walkie Talkie Hawkie, but it's still not quite the Foghorn Leghorn that we would end up knowing what he sounds like.
You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. What toes that is? But the fast ones get right by you. Keep your...
Similar to how Homer Simpson in the first season of The Simpsons sounds different to his later appearances. Now, unlike in Walkie Talkie Hawkie as well, Foghorn here uses the phrase, that is, and that's a joke, son, for the first time. Which I didn't even realize, so there you go.
Here's a trick egg. Get in it, son. Inside, that is. You can get right under him this way. Get right to him and get a good grip on him.
It's the only Golden Age short to actually have Sylvester and Foghorn in the same short. And thanks to a recent restoration that's on the current print used on the Golden Collection Volume 6, there is implied that it's actually Henry Hawk that's the star of this short for some reason. And there was even a short sequence that got reinstated as well once the original titles were found.
I'm a chicken hawk, and I'm gonna get me a chicken today. I am so.
And finally, the line, open the window, Richard, references a popular 1947 song of the same name.
Open the window, Richard. That's why it's here.
Now, Manny, we were discussing this beforehand, and I think this would be great to discuss, but as much as I do love this short, it is very funny, great gags, I do feel there were just too many characters in this one. I mean, and I actually think Sylvester is, well, out of place, but what do you think?
Yeah, that's definitely when I did the rewatch prior to starting the recording with you. I thought the same exact thing. I was getting, Batman and Robin vibes, Spider-Man 3 vibes of too many villains, and literally in this case they are villains because they're all antagonistic. I mean, that's what I love about these cartoons. And also, I was getting the vibe to where I know, like when I try not to be a snob or a super hardcore purist with the Looney Tune Merry Melody cartoons and franchise. I mean, mainly my thing is if it's made between 1930 and 1969, it's something I will put some interest in, even if it's not that great of a cartoon. And I'm thinking, down the road with later cartoons, later adaptations like, the Looney Tunes show and the Space Jam movies and whatever, and they start mixing in different characters. And that's always a gripe that I have to explain to my non-Looney Tune hardcore fan friends, where it's like, I don't like seeing, Foghorn Leghorn with Elmer Fudd. I don't like seeing, Bugs Bunny hanging out with Pepe Le Pew because they did not, they never intermingled in the original theatrical shorts. Now, what's interesting is that this is, like you said, this is the only canonical time that Sylvester appeared with Foghorn Leghorn. But when I explain to my non Looney Tune hardcore friends, I should say, it's like when I think of Foghorn Leghorn, I think of Barnyard Dog, I think of Henry Hawk, and technically Sylvester wasn't one short, and then years later with the High and the Flighty, you had Daffy Duck. Bugs Bunny could be with Elmer, with Sam, with Daffy, with Marvin, whatever. I'd like to see those pairings. I don't like to see any deviations from the norm. But, this is one of the original theatrical shorts. And this one, it did work. And I mean, I admire how flexible Sylvester is as a character. He was very funny. But it was too much. And I felt that while watching this cartoon, even though it's funny and it was, still, I love the energy of the early McKimson shorts. I felt that the character who got the shortest end of the stick in this one was the Barnyard Dog, who is a major character in the quote unquote Foghorn Leghorn universe. And it was, and again, it's like, I'm not saying it's a terrible short. It's still really funny. Still a lot of great gags. I mean, in particular, one of my absolute favorite scenes in Warner Brothers history occurs in this short where, Foghorn is rambling. It's a joke, son. Pay attention. You gotta, he starts his little rambling, whatever. And Sylvester keeps saying, but, and he keeps getting interrupted. And then he hits him with the, shut up. And he hits him in the head with the stick.
Hey, let's bury the hatchet, but not in anyone's head, boy. Hatchet, head. But that's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes. But toes, that is. But the fast ones get right by you. Keep your ears open. But yappity, yappity, yap. I can't get a word in edgeways. Talk, talk, talk. But no wonder you're not sharp. You gotta always listen. Shut up.
And I've used that clip many times, either for people who don't shut up, like what I'm doing right now, or for people who like, let's say you post something on Facebook and, you're being sarcastic, or you're giving a joke, and the person takes it literally. And I always go to that clip. It's a joke, son. You missed it. And it's like the perfect clip for it. And
exactly.
Yeah, like it's, I would say, I mean, I haven't seen the movie in years, but I guess Sylvester is Venom. If you want to go with the Spider-Man 3 analog, it's like Sandman and New Goblin fit in the story, but, they threw in... I mean, it's not a bad short at all. It's still a really funny short, and all the characters work, and it's cool seeing, Foghorn getting closer and closer to what he is, and weird seeing Henry Hawk being the featured character. This is what, his third cartoon in general, because it was a Squawk and Hawk with Jones,
something like that.
It was a Squawk and Hawk first with Jones in 42, and then Walkie Talkie Hockey. There might be another one, I just don't remember. Maybe one of the Curious Puppy ones, but yeah.
Maybe. I think there was one more silent appearance by him. But see, the thing is, and just to put into context for people who are relatively new to the Looney Tunes universe and thinking, well, why was Henry Hawk considered a star? Well, to be fair, he was in more shorts than Foghorn by this point, obviously, having 2, and the Barnyard Dog. Sylvester would have been, I think, at least one more by this point, but I don't know, maybe they thought that Henry was going to be the breakout star, similar to how way back to I Haven't Got a Hat, where they thought Beans was going to be the breakout star instead of Porky. So maybe that's what's happened here. But it's definitely fascinating to see what they thought was going to be the future, versus, what ended up going to be. But I do like in future Foghorn shorts, once they remove Sylvester out of it, they got a nice dynamic going. You got the Foghorn, you got the Barnyard Dog, and then maybe one other character. Like you said, Daffy appears in one huge one too, but it's the 3 of them. Or they got that guy, the guy that I think that's pretty much you, the one that's like, hey, groovy, man. That, the guys after all the chicks, or Prissy, or,
Miss Prissy.
With Prissy, and speaking of Prissy, I did realize this, I forgot to mention it, but I guess it could be a prototype Prissy in this one. There's a little scene with the, woman saying, with the, I guess, woman chicken, they're all women, I suppose, but saying that she goes, try laying eggs, the normal way.
Yeah.
So I
That
guess that's
scene
that.
really cracked me up. I don't know, for some reason that was a really funny
Cracked you
cutaway.
up. Get it?
It's
Eggs cracked up. That's a joke there, son.
I missed it. Pay attention, boy. Nice boy, but a little slow.
Exactly right. So I think ultimately the Foghorn stuff works best when there's three main characters. I think that's what it is. And here there's four, and it's one too many. That's what I think.
It's Spider-Man 3 all over again.
Yes, that's right. So just to wrap things up, what would you rate this particular cartoon?
I'm thinking of the last one that I saw with you. It was Hobo Bobo. That one's good. It was funny. You know, I think this one is a little bit funnier. And again, it could be a little bit stronger if either they removed one of the characters or if they gave it a little more time to evenly distribute, the jokes between, Foghorn and Sylvester and the Barnyard Dog. I would give it, let's say 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, I'll give it about that too. I think it's a solid short. Believe me, with the exception of Buddy's Bearcats, I'd rather watch this short than any other Buddy short. So, so for me, Buddy is sort of like the threshold, So it'll be interesting to compare later to Patty Freeling stuff to Buddy shorts. But in any case, that will do it for this brief review. So thanks for joining me again, Mr. Cruz. And yeah, thanks you all for watching. And until next time, take care, son.
Goodbye, everyone. So long, that is.
I say you gotta keep on your toes. Toes, that is.